Many people depend on commonly stored products like grains and cereals, but pests like the lesser grain borer can ruin foods in large quantities. One grain borer will lay up to 500 eggs in its lifetime, resulting in quickly spreading infestations that will render food inedible. In this video, we'll show you how to identify lesser grain borers, how to control an infestation, and how to prevent future activity from breaking out and ruining your food. To shop for the products featured in this video and to learn more about pest control, click the links in the video's description and get free shipping on your order. The first step in any pest control plan is to identify the problem. Careless identification can lead to the wrong treatment methods, which can cost time and money. Lesser grain borers are small pests growing up to 3 millimeters long. They have dark brown, cylindrical bodies. When viewed from above, their heads are tucked underneath their prothoraxes and cannot be seen. The protective wing coverings, or elytra, on their abdomens are rectangular with a cratered texture and rounded corners. Note that adult lesser grain borers are capable of flight, unlike other stored pantry pests like confused flower beetles or granary weevils. The larvae, when fully grown, reach up to 4 millimeters in length. They have white, C-shaped bodies with dark heads and 6 prominent legs. Inspection is the next phase of any good pest control plan. Once you know what to look for, check around your property to confirm the pest's presence or find activity hotspots. Lesser grain borers can be found throughout the US, but are prevalent in the western and southern states. They are more active during the warmer parts of the year, usually from March to November. If your home has become infested with pantry pests, you likely brought in a package from the store that was already infested. Lesser grain borers primarily infest whole grains like corn or rice, but are known to infest nuts, dried fruit, books, boxes, and even wood products like flooring or furniture. When inspecting for lesser grain borers, look for signs of their activity. The larvae burrow into grains and pupate within. Once they've become adults, they create exit holes and emerge. Grains can become completely hollowed out husks with numerous entrance and exit holes. The adult grain borers will leave behind a dust-like substance from their feeding activity, and infested grains will also exude an unpleasant odor. In residential homes, they can be found in kitchens, pantries, garages, and other places where food is stored. In more professional settings, they can infest grain stores like ship holds and flour mills. After identifying your pest and inspecting your property, it's time to start treatment. Before starting any treatment, be sure to wear your personal protective equipment or PPE, and remember to keep people and pets out of the treated areas until products dry or settle completely. The primary method of control for lesser grain borers in residential properties is the removal of the source and sanitation. The first step is to clean out your pantry. Start by throwing out boxed and bagged foodstuffs. That sounds extreme, but if you found at least one infested package, odds are there are borers and larvae in your other packaged foods. Set aside everything else from the pantry, then vacuum all cracks and crevices in the pantry's shelving. Small pantry pests may be found in these tight spaces as they travel from product to product. Be sure to throw out the vacuum's contents outdoors when you're done. Wipe down the pantry shelves and other surfaces with a warm water and a gentle soap to clean up any food residue. Do not use any strong detergents or bleach. Harsh cleaning products will repel pests away from any insecticides you want them to make contact with. Once the area is thoroughly cleaned and the infested food has been disposed of, treat the areas surrounding the infestation with products like Gentrol Complete. Gentrol Complete is an insect growth regulator, or IGR, that stunts the growth of larvae, preventing them from developing into reproductive adults. Without a fresh generation of adult borers to reproduce, the infestation will cease when the remaining pests die over time. In food preparation areas like the kitchen, apply this product as a spot treatment into cracks, crevices, and voids where pests are known to harbor. Treat behind, underneath, and around appliances like the stove or refrigerator. Next, apply a residual product like D-Fender Dust to protect surrounding areas from straggling pests. D-Fender Dust is a dry, moisture-resistant insecticidal dust product. D-Fender Dust is undetectable by pests, so as they travel through treated areas, they'll unknowingly make contact with the insecticide. On contact or if ingested, the chemical will impact the pest's nervous system, rendering it unable to function. Like with the previous application, do not apply this product into areas where food is stored, but rather apply it to the surrounding areas. If your pantry was infested, treat the kitchen it's connected to. We recommend you apply this product with a handheld dust applicator to treat deep into cracks, crevices, and voids. On proper application, no dust is visible from a normal perspective. All utensils and surfaces in an area where food is processed should be covered before treatment and thoroughly washed before use. Fill your duster halfway to leave enough room for air circulation. This product's application rate is 1 ounce per 125 square feet, or half a pound per 1,000 square feet. Stick the duster's spout into the area to be treated and lightly puff a fine, even layer of product. The amount of dust you output will depend on the force applied when you squeeze the duster and the position the duster is held in. Treat cracks, crevices, and voids that pests are known to harbor in. In kitchens, you'll want to treat behind and underneath appliances like the stove and fridge, and behind light switches or outlet covers. In other areas, D-Fender Dust may be applied behind, underneath, and around furniture and containers, but not inside them. Remember, dust should not be visible. Once settled, D-Fender Dust will protect treated areas for up to 8 months. A follow-up application may be made after 10 days if activity is still prevalent, but you may not exceed more than 2 applications per year. Once your chemical applications have settled, set up Pro-Pest Pantry Moth and Beetle traps. These traps are non-toxic and contain pheromones that attract many stored product pests. Simply peel off the wax paper, then fold the trap into a tent. You can set the trap on a shelf or hang it to catch different crawling or flying insects. One trap will cover an area of up to 300 square feet. Any pantry pests in the area will be drawn to the trap and become stuck on the glue. Dispose of these traps when full or when 90 days have passed. Prevention is essential to keeping pests in check. Even after applying pesticides, the best way to stop pest activity is to ensure it can't happen. When buying dry foods at the grocery store, examine the packaging. If you can see the product through transparent packaging, try to look for any signs of infestation. Lesser grain borers and their larvae are often burrowed into grains, so look for any openings in the package. If you see any holes, rips, or tears in the packaging, or signs of feeding activity, pass that item up. It's best to keep food in tight-fitting or sealed containers. Put cereals, grains, and flour in containers that can be tightly air-sealed. Pet food and bird seed are often overlooked and highly conducive for pantry pests, so it's important to also store your pet food in sealed containers as well. By keeping food in airtight containers, you can stop infestations from spreading. If an infestation starts inside of a sealed container, that means the food was already infested before it went in, and you can throw it out without risking the rest of your pantry. Regular sanitation of food storage areas and the surrounding areas is key to preventing any infestation from spreading. Wipe down pantry shelves, vacuum or sweep the floors, and clean other surfaces to remove any food sources for pantry pests. Finally, keep up with regular pest insecticide applications to ensure protection throughout the year. Reapplications with Gentrol Complete may be made in 2 to 4 week intervals. D-Fender Dust will protect treated areas for up to 8 months when undisturbed in a dry location, and Pro-Pest Pantry Moth and Beetle traps should be checked regularly and replaced every 3 months. With these professional products and tips from Solutions Pest and Lawn, you can stop lesser grain borers from infesting on your property, and we offer fast, free shipping to help you get control quickly. Visit our website to get your products today. If you like this how-to guide, please share. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe for more how-to and product videos. And contact us for more tips, tricks, and DIY pest solutions.